Hello everyone on my channel. Today we have a review of the Elbor Granite lock, the highest fourth class according to GOST. Secrecy with 244,140,625 combinations. So get out of the way, I have an Elbor. The bathroom has 140,625 combinations. Get out of the way, have a board. The slogan of the Elbor company. In this segment, we are going to take a closer look at this item to determine if the claims about it are indeed true. What we have here is the Elbor cylinder, a remarkable object that features intricate engravings. This cylinder is known for its unique design and historical significance. We will explore its characteristics and delve into the reasons behind its creation, as well as the stories it might tell. This set includes 5 uniquely crafted keys, each bearing the distinctive Elbor inscription, which adds a touch of elegance and authenticity. Let me present the profile of these keys, showcasing their unique design and functionality. The lock that comes with this set is fully operational, ensuring both security and reliability. This combination of keys and lock not only offers practicality, but also adds a stylish element to your security setup. On my channel, under the video, one of my subscribers asked me to go into more detail about the actual picking. An individual engages in the complex activity of crafting lockpicks and acquiring a variety of locks, yet they encounter challenges in successfully picking each one. They have shown a strong interest in exploring this intriguing subject further, seeking a more thorough examination and understanding of the topic. At this point, we are working on enhancing the topic's visibility by making it more prominent and noticeable within the frame, ensuring it receives the attention it merits. So in general, there are 2 reasons why a person might not succeed. The first option is that the pick might be incorrectly perhaps chosen. The most important thing, I mean in terms of the pick's thickness and significance, because sometimes in the context of playing, the pins hardly sink at all. If we pay attention to the key we need a pick thin because the holes for the pins are deep. The pick should be 1 mm thick. The pick type isn't crucial. It affects speed. But you can pick a lock with a bobby pin. Lock difficulty doesn't matter. Pins can be sharp or blunt, and you need a comfortable pick to press each pin through the keyway. The spaces for the pins, and well, ideally, the pick should be about 1 mm thick. But the type of pick doesn't really matter that much. Of course, it affects the speed. But if you know what you're doing, you can even pick a lock with a bobby pin. The difficulty of the lock doesn't really matter here. The only thing is that there are different types of pins. They can be sharp or blunt, and naturally, you need a comfortable pick to press on each pin as you go through the lock's keyway. So, to start, what do we need to do? The only thing is that there are different types of pins. They can be sharp or blunt. And of course, you need a comfortable pick to press on each pin as you go through the lock's keyway. So, to begin with, to start, what do we need to do? We take it, apply a slight amount of tension, and then grab a pick and make the task a bit harder for ourselves. Not for the profile cylinders, but from the set for English locks. Here's the pick. And let's try to pick it with this pick from the highly reputable and well-known manufacturer of the most reliable locks in Russia, Elbor, which is well regarded in the industry. If we manage to accomplish this task, which involves a complex process, we should do it not with a tool that's specifically designed for this purpose, but rather with a more versatile approach. So, I guess we could consider rephrasing Elbor's slogan, which is known for its simplicity and effectiveness, to better align with our current objectives. Coming to the OR, I've got Elbor. After all, it's protection, as they often say, and provide a safeguard against picks. And to be honest, I'm curious. Are we going to be able to successfully bypass this layer of protection? As you can clearly observe, the Elbor lock mechanism has indeed opened. This means that right here, in this very moment, you can witness the unlocking process in action, demonstrating the effectiveness of our approach. And you need to open it again, of course. But I want to consider a situation where you made one turn and the lock might be complex. So you need to make a second turn. But doing the second turn is uncertain, let's say. So, what can you do in that situation? You bring the second turn of the cylinder back to its original position, but make sure it doesn't click into place. Take something flexible. Ideally, it could be a ruler. Press on one side so that your turn signal goes as deep as possible into the keyhole of the lock. Make tension, and with a springy blow, something like this, turn this lock. At the moment, it didn't turn, because we didn't take a ruler. There is more spring, but something more springy. But now we're going to pick the lock again to rule out any chance of randomness. The one from the company that challenges thieves. So, the first time we opened it pretty quickly. Honestly, I didn't expect it to open that quickly, because it's tricky to insert the tool into the lock's keyway. For this lock, it's thick. The pick got stuck, which is a common issue when dealing with complex locks. This happens when the pick doesn't align perfectly with the lock's internal mechanisms, causing it to jam. We'll go through the process again, as they say, to ensure that we have not missed any steps, and to rule out the chance of randomness. Randomness can lead to unpredictable results, which is why it's crucial to be thorough. As you can see, we picked the 4th class Elbor lock again. This type of lock is known for its intricate design and high security, making it a challenging but rewarding task to unlock. By repeating the process, we aim to confirm our technique and ensure consistency in our approach. And we slowly and carefully make a full turn of the key. So, I will explain once again in more detail how all this should be done correctly. So, we insert the tension wrench, apply a little tension, and go through each pin one by one. But we don't need to push this pin all the way down. In this situation, if you noticed, I don't know if it's visible in the video or not, but I'm very gently manipulating the pick. It seems like, just a second, it seems like I'm hardly moving it at all, almost as if it's barely budging. So I'm starting by gently and carefully pushing on the top part. I press the pick up and try to push on each pin, but all the way down. So I'm just barely pushing down, about 30% of what's possible. So I can lower it a little bit more. But I don't do that because I need to carefully and precisely understand exactly which specific pin is currently high and which one I shouldn't push down too much at all. I go through 2 rows like this, back and forth very carefully and methodically. If I see that I don't have sufficient pressure, I then go through it again, but press harder. Again, carefully. You'll be able to see, hear, and feel. Which pin is binding the cylinder when you apply tension with one finger and hit the binding pin? You'll feel it both from the tension and from the pick itself. This way, you'll notice a slight turn of the cylinder. So when you free that pin, the cylinder will turn slightly, but you'll definitely feel it. Then you look for the second pin that's stuck. So, when you free that pin, the cylinder will turn slightly, but you'll definitely feel it. Then you look for the second pin that's stuck. Again, there will be a slight turn of the cylinder, and so on, until the lock is fully picked. Then you look for the second pin that is clamped. There will be a slight turn of the cylinder again, and so on until the lock is fully picked. So, the tool, as you can see, doesn't really matter what it is. It could be for picking, or it could just be a simple awl. In general, anything, any sharp object that can press on the pins one by one. I hope this video was helpful. Basically, anything, any sharp object that can press on the pins in turn. I hope this video was helpful. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments and feedback. In the next video, we will look at opening other locks. All the best.